So this is an episode I'm recording with my face in it. I'm testing different not methods, but different formats. And so I'm recording this in my kitchen in Ireland. And so if you are on YouTube watching this, this is my kitchen. And I thought normally I find it much easier to record with just my voice note, but I think also when I watch YouTube videos, I listen to them, but I also like to see people. I'm a human, I like to connect with them. So we'll give it a go. You let me know what you think. If you prefer when I have my face in it, when I don't have my face in it. So today I want to talk about this very real very real concept that a lot of people don't realize. If I'm looking cross-eyed, it's because I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at. It's a learning curve, guys. So if I look cross-eyed, it's like I'm trying to figure out, do I look here or here, but roll with it and just be patient. So it's a Monday morning here. It's Monday morning, so you might be listening to this on a Monday. And if it's not a Monday for you, it's fine. You can still, you might relate to it anyway, where you feel that whatever your goal is taking so damn long. And you think, oh man, it's not happening as fast as I thought it would. Maybe there's something wrong with me because everybody else manages to achieve it faster. Is this a sign? Okay, is it a sign that I'm not going to achieve the goal? I'm going to fail because it's taking me so long. And I just want to share my own personal perspective on this, because quite often I've noticed that all the goals I've set, generally I end up achieving them, not all, but it takes much longer than the deadline I set myself. And I never learn. And then I always set myself, I'm going to do this in 3 months, and it never happens. And the truth is, a lot of the time we think things can happen faster because we are comparing ourselves to people who may have been in a completely different situation, and they might have different better resources than us. They might have more experience. And so for me, for example, just a real example for me. So right now I'm really I run a blogging business, and one of the ways to get traffic and earn from my blog is I'm focusing on Pinterest traffic. And so Pinterest is working for me slowly, and it's such a slow growth, and it feels quite demotivating. Now you might be sitting at work right now thinking, I want to save this amount, and it's taken me so much longer than I thought. I wanted this promotion and it's taken me way longer, and will it ever happen? Or if you run an online business, I wanted to make this many sales. I wanted to grow my account by this much. I want to get this much traffic, if you have a blog, and you're wondering like, wow, it's taking so long. Is there something wrong with me? And the truth is, people don't talk about this, but it always takes longer than you think. And those people that have managed to achieve huge success in 3 months, and they say, oh, I made $50,000 in 6 months, and they might have, number one, been a unicorn, and they've been extremely not lucky because they could have worked very hard. They are a unicorn, right? It's not the norm, number one. And number two is, we don't know if they have more experience or they might have done it before. For example, I'll show you a real example. There was a lady that I used to follow. She's lovely, and she posted, I think I saw like a post where she made like $10,000 in 6 months, and I was like, wow, she made for me that was a benchmark. I was like, I want to make $10,000 in 6 months from my blog, and I didn't. I didn't make anything close to that. I think the first 6 months of my blog, first 12 months, I made zero. Okay, so I felt really demotivated. I was like, is there something wrong with me? She made $10,000 from her blog in 6 months, and then I found out much later that wasn't her first blog. And so it wasn't her first blog. She had experience with blogging, and she had a background in work, her corporate job before, in digital marketing. And so she already had ample experience, and she had a lovely husband who invested in her business, which means, if you invest, if you have money, you can invest in tools, you can invest in paid traffic. And So therefore, it's not fair that I compared my new blog with only my own, just working on it alone with my own money, to somebody who had ample experience with more resources. And again, like, sometimes I post this, I share how, my second blog made $3,000 in 13 months, $3,000 a month within 13 months. If you didn't know my journey, and if you didn't hear the struggle and the stress I got to that point of the first blog, you might think, oh, I should be making $3,000 in 13 months. But the truth is, and which is why I want to talk about it with all of you, is that was my second blog. That was for me after I had learned and failed multiple times, and finally after 2 years got my first blog to a point where it made a lot of money. Then I was like, okay, let me try that on the second blog. But if you didn't know that, you might think to yourself, wow, I'm going to do what Aisha did, and I'm going to get $3,000 a month in 13 months or less, right? And so I just want to reassure you, if you're sitting there thinking, man, I'm really far behind, it's taking me so long, that if you're trying, you're doing better than most people. Most people don't even try. And actually, and this is really, really powerful, and it really helps me a lot. Success is not in the big jumps, the big growths. Though they're nice, success is when you consistently have small actions every day and consistently work on it. And it's pretty boring. You might think, oh, it sounds really boring. But I think true success for me is boring. And and not many people are willing to withstand that feeling of, oh, I'm bored, and grind it out, But if you stick at something and work through it, regardless if you're not getting the big results that other people are getting, you're not getting that big promotion, and you just every single day in a small way, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, you stick at it every day, small action, you don't give up. That is it's going to be it's a cumulative result of all these small actions. And I've seen that again and again and again in my business and in my corporate job, So even even when I was studying, even when I was trying to get my law degree, trying to get my master's, trying to save and invest, every single time I've thought, oh, it's going to happen quick, it's going to happen fast. And I got really disappointed when it hasn't. And I started to question myself. And then I've decided to just stick at it slowly, maybe take a break, but don't give up. And just slowly stick at it. And then one day when it happens, it will happen fast. But unfortunately, not many people are willing to stick through the boring and stick through the hard. And they think they should be getting bigger results. And so another example is, say, my Instagram, right? My Instagram right now, I know a lot of you watching here, my amazing Instagram community, thanks for being here. And we have real solid friendships, we message each other. I got to know them. Eventually I ran an in-person event, but that didn't happen overnight. That took years of posting, and nobody was there to listen. That took, daily posting, daily sharing, daily working at my Instagram account, slowly, not getting the big viral, in a lot of the times I used to think, my account's never gone viral, but my Instagram account makes me a lot of money. And ultimately, what's more important? Do I want to go viral and then not pay my bills? Or do I, for me, a business is one that can pay your bills and save. And ultimately, that's what's important, right? If it brings you joy, you help people, and it makes you money, to me, that's the requirements for a business. And my Instagram does that. And so I just want to reassure you, whatever you're working on at the moment, and if you're thinking, man, it's taking so long, it's meant to take long. You just think you're looking at unicorns, potentially you're looking at people that have different resources to you and different time. You could be a mum, and I know for sure if I had kids, I would have much less time than I have now to work on my business. So don't compare yourself to others that might have more time, more resources than you. Compare yourself to yourself. Like, have you learned more than you did last year? Have you moved slightly forward in your life? Because that is what true success is. When it happens is you having small, consistent actions. And don't beat yourself up. You're not falling behind. It takes longer than you think, but people don't talk about it. Now, I can give plenty of examples of things that have taken longer than I thought, but maybe we'll have a shortish video today. And I'd love to hear in the comments if you prefer a video format or a voice format. And thank you for listening, and have a great day.